Year 11, yeah, we're going to try something different. We take our role in the trust really seriously. We're very interested in something that's been happening at one of the extra schools at St Luke's, where they're doing some morning mastery sessions, as they call them. And we've gone up and had a look, and we think we can make a version of it work here. So this is one where we're kind of pinching ideas from somebody else. But in January, and this is a real plea to kind of Year 11 parents, you'll get more information from Mr Boyce and Mr Mitchell about the detail. But we're going to try and bring them in a little bit earlier and really capitalise on the fact that we know the research tells us that students work best in the morning when they're fresh. So we're going to bring them in, give them a bit of breakfast, start 10 minutes earlier, and really try and hit them 2 or 3 times a week with some English, maths and science, if you like, before the main day starts. And that's kind of bonus study time for us. We think we can make a version of it work, and we're really excited about it. But perhaps more than anything we've done in the last couple of years, we really need the support of parents to make it work. Just to be clear on the Year 11 one, we're now in a position where we're not just competing with the Plymouth schools. You know, our youngsters are competing with everybody around the country for these grades. And let's not beat about the bush, you know, that we're talking about the grammar schools and the private schools here, where paying for private tuition just happens. It's just a thing. Mm-hmm. And in the private schools, you know, the kids are staying and doing longer days to do prep. That's always been a thing. So we're trying to do it without it costing our parents anything. We're trying to even it out a little bit and give our kids a chance. The other breakfast initiative we've been doing for a couple of years now. We now have up to 80, 100 students come in from 7 o'clock, 7:15 every day. We've got a deal with Kellogg's where we get free bagels and shreddies and cereal and coffee and tea. So we have another number of youngsters who come in, get nice and warm, nice and relaxed, have a bit of breakfast, and then they're ready to start the day. So they're 2 very separate things, but the thinking behind them is very similar.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us after a very long term. This is our last vlog before Christmas, so we've got some really important information just to share with you to go into the Christmas break about how we're going to start January 2025.
So some key dates coming up. We're going to go through today the morning booster sessions and why. You've heard from Mr Brook why they're important, and Mr Mitchell will talk through the logistics. Talk about Year 11 Parents Evening on the 9th of January. There is a letter coming out to you today with everything in it, explaining all the key events and changes in the booster sessions and the Parents' Evening and the Sixth Form Open Evening. And finally, we'll come back to the Sixth Form Open Evening on Thursday the 23rd of January. So we're going to talk about booster sessions, Year 11 Parent Evening, and the Sixth Form Open Evening, Next Step Open Evening on the 23rd of January. So first of all, the booster sessions. As Mr Brook explained at the start of this vlog, it's designed to give your children the chance to be fresh and wide awake to learn more, to be able to do more, and to be able to study hard in the first 45 minutes of the school day, then roll that into period 1. Period 6 will still be there for them should they want to study in iStudy and do a little bit more study. But if we go for the mornings and front load the mornings, we believe your children will be able to know more, do more, and perform better in the summer exams. And it's free tuition. Our staff are giving up their time, like Mr Brook said, to put on the best targeted booster sessions and intervention for your children to move them up, to move their grades up in maths, English and science. Because our mantra is we work harder than any other year group across the city and region. However, we've also added this year, how high can we go in each subject? So the booster sessions are Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays, maths, English and science, and it's about making sure your children are absolutely fully prepared for the summer examinations. And they're going to be so good because maths, English and science teams are planning them now that your children can't afford to miss them. If there is an issue in the morning of being in for 8:15, and I don't mean that they won't have time to do the makeup, I'm talking about the girls there, or they won't have time to set their alarm and etc., and it's going to be a bit of a mad rush. We can work with that, okay, because they've just got to get in for 8:15. But if they're taking siblings to school, etc., please talk to us. Please email or call myself or Mr Mitchell, and we can discuss that, because We don't expect miracles, but we just need to know.
Thank you. To get these guys there in the morning, the logistics will change a little bit from what they're used to. So it's really important. We will deliver this message in assembly as well. Their entrance to the school will change from the linkway in the Holman building to the back of the upper school canteen. That upper school canteen is now their domain. It's their space for the mornings before morning booster sessions start. So I will be in there every morning. I'm in there to settle them, get their breakfasts, which we've created a bigger menu for these year 11s coming in and getting their breakfast, a wider range of food and drinks. But they need to be in there by 8:15, settled, sat down, fed and watered, ready to be picked up and taken to their classes, their morning booster sessions, by their subject teachers. That will happen as standard operating procedures now, right up until March and into the summer.
Year 11 Parents' Evening. A really important evening where you can talk to subject-specific members of staff that teach your children, and you can bring along the reports that are coming out to you on Monday with all the key information on about how your child is performing and what we're projecting them, how we're projecting them to perform next summer. And we'll have hard copies of those reports on the night. It's Thursday, January the 9th. It begins at 3:30 and it ends at 7:30. Again, it's in the letter coming out to you today. And details of how to book your appointments will be released on Tuesday the 17th of December by Mr Hodges early in the morning, and you'll be able to see what you need to do and book your appointments. And we will be chasing some of you, the parents that we do need in. We'll be making phone calls and emails, myself and Mr Mitchell and tutors, to make sure we see you, because it's really important we work together so as we set 2025 up and the new year on a really positive note for your children, so as you know exactly what they've got to do, how they're going to do it, and you gain some really valuable insight and feedback from their teachers that actually teach them day in, day out. And it's really positive. The data's looking really, really good. In fact, there's 122 children who are receiving praise certificates home, next week, with a letter, as well as a special Christmas card and treats for them with us two and Mr Brook next Thursday. So the majority of the year group are working really, really hard, and we're really, really proud of them.
We're really in need of seeing you all as parents. It's your last one, and it's there for us to be able to give you the information, so there's no surprises, so there's no shocks. It's really important that we get to see you face to face, because you as a parent group have just been phenomenally supportive this year. We never take that for granted, so thank you.
No, and that's what we mean with the booster sessions as well. We trust you, you trust us. Just give them to us early and we'll help them get the grades. And that's what we're all about, core purpose. Final thing from us is the Next Steps open evening. This is about the why, why they're studying and where it's going to lead them. And that's on the 23rd of January. You'll hear from Mr Me shortly on this vlog. It's a Next Steps open evening. Starts at 6 o'clock. We need as many of them there as possible, because it's about next steps within Lipson, but also if they're looking further afield beyond. So it's open to everyone, and it's really informative, and you'll get lots of information to support them onto their journey into year 12, wherever that may be. Hopefully most of them it will be with us, but on the 23rd there is an open evening. And what we find is after that open evening and they get their applications in, or we help them to apply elsewhere, etc., what happens is it all sort of links together and clicks, and they realise this is why I'm studying, and this is what it's going to lead me towards. So it gives them that sense of purpose. So we'd like as many of you there as possible on the 23rd of January. It's a big ask, January, but it's a key month, and it's the turning point where they really grow up into year 11s, and we take control of them and really get them through into the summer, and we peak together with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Mr Me here from the head of sixth form. It's a really exciting time for the current year 11s. I know they've just been through the PPE exams and they've been working really hard towards that. But now we need to start looking at that next step. And it's really, really exciting for us as a sixth form when we help and support the students in year 11 trying to get to that point. Now we fully recognise that everybody has their own individual pathway, whether they want to go into medicine, whether they want to be hairdressers, bricklayers, into a trade. scientist, whatever that might be. This is why it's really exciting, and I'm here just to give you a bit of information about our open evening that's happening on the 23rd of January. This will take place in the Muse Theatre from 6 o'clock till 7:30. And it's not just for academic students, it's for every student that attends Lipson, every Year 11 student across the city, and we're really trying to promote what our sixth form does and what it can offer. We talk about Lipson having a 7-year pathway, and we do really truly mean that, and we really look after our own students, and we help find them a bespoke pathway that is suitable for their needs. Where the majority of our Lipson students tend to stay with us and stay through that 7-year journey. If there is a course or a pathway that we can't offer as a school, we really try and support the students trying to find the right pathway so they can be successful in life. But it's just really just to say we have an open evening on the 23rd of January, and I really look forward to seeing you all here 6 o'clock. Thank you.